So what exactly do I need to eat to get in great shape, to get toned, to thin down, and to lose weight or to get shredded? What exactly do I need to eat? This is a question that we get often. And so today's episode is going to be about, what do Erin and Sarit eat? What do we eat? What the heck do we eat? I want to look like you. What do you eat?
Can I just say though, and this is not to sound morbid, but there are so many factors that go into your life more than just eating like we do to look like us.
Why would that be morbid?
Or I guess to sound like a Debbie Downer. Like you can.
You're offering extra value perspective.
Yes.
To have an understanding that we're going to tell you what we eat, but it's important to know there are many other factors.
Yeah, there's so many factors to take into place, and we will share that in future episodes as well. Just keep in mind the evolution that we've had in our lives and the size of our body and our preferences and schedules. So I share that with you because I also want to empower you. If you're like, oh, but what if I don't eat this, or if I'm allergic to that, like that's not for me. No, that's not the case. And that's why, with whatever we do, we provide you guidelines and recommendations. We don't just give you a meal plan, because just because something works for me doesn't mean it will work for you. So, this is about you gaining power and freedom. And, the intention of this episode is to give you perspective of what do Erin and Sarit like to eat, and probably what are better than foods that you can implement in your diet. Okay?
I wanna make aware another roadblock that, I believe one of the reasons why we haven't shared really exactly what we eat is because if somebody tried to go from where most people are at, which is probably eating fast food at least a couple times a week, to 3 or 4 times a week, not really preparing a lot of their own meals, and, not having the awareness that we do around nutrition. If they try to go from that to exactly what we're eating, it's not going to be sustainable, because like Sarit said, we're going to give you an idea of our journey and evolution into where we're at, because it's not super realistic, even from our own selves, to expect that we would have gone from where we were, which I'll tell you, I was eating Taco Bell 3 times a week, grilled stuffed burritos, and Crunchwrap Supremes, baby, with some Mexi Nuggets and cinnamon twists. Yep, all day with that Mountain Dew, the blue kind. What was it called? Ice. No. Man, what was the blue Mountain Dew called? I get the big ass thing of Mountain Dew. Dude, I'll tell you, going from that to where I'm at now would have been an absolute joke and a nightmare and not sustainable, and I wouldn't have ever followed through with it for more than probably a couple of days. So it's been a very much an evolution of just gradually increasing our standards. So we will share with you what we eat, but know that your journey to getting there, I would not recommend you go just straight up, oh, now I'm going to start eating exactly what they eat, because you can make progress. If you're looking to lose weight, you're wanting to get in better shape, you will be able to make progress without eating exactly what we eat. So we're going to give you some alternative ideas as well, so that you can make the evolution your own and work your way up to something that maybe is similar to what we do. But again, preferences might not be exact. So
yeah, I will recommend just use it as a reference point. Use it as a reference point, and
And Sarit brought some show and tell.
Yeah, because people believe what they see, not what they hear.
Show and tell with us.
Okay, so this is what my breakfast looks like.
Yum!
This is 4 pre-boiled, hard-boiled eggs. We like convenient things too. We are real people just like you, and if it's up to us, we would rather not spend all the time in the kitchen
We, like other people, are also very busy.
Yeah.
We have a lot of shit going on.
So if there's a way where we can cut time out of the equation without compromising quality, we will definitely do that. And we get these
organic hard-boiled eggs from
Costco. Okay,
plain hard-boiled eggs. Boom.
Yeah.
You could also boil your own eggs.
So I have one full one, and then the rest I eat the whites. 2 of the other yolks I give to the dogs, 1 for each person. They love that, and then the other
one for each person.
Sorry, 1 for each dog. Dogs are real people too, and the other yolk gets thrown in the trash, and then I have this.
If you're just listening to the podcast, you got to watch the video of this.
And then I have this dearly beloved medley.
Let me get it up in there. Oh, look at the blueberries.
Yeah.
And almonds and oatmeal and Greek yogurt. Bang.
So in there is 1 cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I have a 1/4 cup of raw almonds, handful of raw blueberries, and then just oatmeal that I batch cook. I just take dry oatmeal with water, cinnamon, stevia, and then when I eat this, I actually put a dash of almond milk so it gets liquidy.
It's like a little cereal.
1 thing of stevia. I don't make it that liquidy. It's just it's otherwise it's like with the oatmeal when it's cold it gets like brick hard. So it just helps to like mush it up a little bit. So that's my breakfast. And then throughout my entire day, there's always things happening.
Meetings.
So in terms of nutrition throughout the day, what it looks like, it would normally be a shake. And we use the X Endurance protein. And there's 2 types of people. There's the vanilla people and there is the chocolate people. And I'm definitely the chocolate person.
So what am I?
You are the vegan bitch.
Wow.
Okay. So this is
X Endurance actually has 4 types of protein, and we love this brand. We'll recommend this brand as long as their integrity stays the way that it is. No artificial sweeteners, no food colorings or things like that. They really pay attention to where they get each of their ingredients. They actually have 4 different types of protein. Sarit likes the chocolate. We also have the vanilla because if we're going to make pancakes or smoothies or anything like that, we can use the vanilla as easy. She's also holding up the collagen and greens.
Because I get a serving of greens. So this has 20 grams of protein. This has 10. This also has green powder. So basically I get a full serving size of protein with both of those, and a full serving of greens, lots of superfood. I put some almond milk in there.
But I also want to say, like, collagen protein helps repair everything other than muscle.
Right.
And then the whey protein helps repair muscle. So, I mean, there's benefit to it. And then there's also the lean protein, which is a plant-based protein, which is made from peas and chickpea protein.
Yeah, and that's what Erin has.
And I like that one.
That's why I call her the vegan bitch.
So I like greens with the lean for the same reason. You know, I want the extra little bit of protein, and I want some superfood mix up in there. So yeah, okay, then go on.
So that would be during the day, right? Like just drink it while whatever I add with that almond milk, depending on, whether it's a matter of do I just grab it and take 30 seconds to make it, or do I have 2 minutes? I'll probably grab a handful of blueberries, put it all in a Ninja, and then that way it's like smoothie like. And then dinner is some kind of protein. This is like one of our batch protein for the week. And
they can't even see it look like a bag of poop.
Yeah.
It's turkey burgers.
It's turkey burgers. And then we normally have a big ass salad. And in the salad I did not make a salad for you because we do like to eat that fresh. Still love you though.
You'll also, like, we can go over different types of proteins that we eat.
Yeah, so we'll do either like turkey burgers, chicken breast, chicken thigh. We do
Fish
salmon.
sometimes.
Every like once in a while we do shrimp, but yeah, for the most part, chicken at least one type, and then maybe turkey. It's either 2 chickens, chicken and turkey. You get it.
Whatever.
So in the salad we put a head of romaine lettuce, and then some kind of greens. It could be mixed greens, it could be arugula, it could be spinach, cucumbers, and then some kind of like carb. It will either be in the form of a fruit like apples, blueberries, maybe a peach, or maybe it's like
Beets,
like a
chickpeas.
Yeah, like a starchier carb like beets or chickpeas, something like that. And then we put normally pistachios in there as well. And then we do make a homemade dressing just from freshly squeezed lemon, extra virgin olive oil, and some Himalayan salt. Mix it all together.
Voila.
And we're good to go.
Done.
Yeah, so that is what a typical day of eating looks like for me.
And Sarit could eat the same thing every damn day. So I, on the other hand, would have a difficult time trying to explain to you what is my breakfast every day, because sometimes it's different. And I would love to know, actually, in the comments, like, are you a eat the same thing every single day type of person? Or are you like a give me some variety type of person? Because I will tell you, if I try to eat the same thing every day, I get so bored. So, what I've done recently.
Yeah, which breakfast are you up to now? I can't even keep up.
Really?
Are you on the cottage one?
No. So here's what I've been doing. In the morning, after a workout, I'll have a smoothie. I've been making a smoothie where I do the 2 protein that I was talking about. And then, which by the way, either on the podcast version of this, in the show notes, we'll put a link for X Endurance, where if you use that with a discount code and you want to try something, you can get a 15% discount. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you can check the description below the video. But, I'll put protein, I'll put some frozen blueberries, I will put a small handful of almonds, probably ends up being somewhere around a quarter cup, maybe a little bit less. I will put in almond milk, ice, and then
Everything nice.
I think that's it. And then, no, I'll do a little bit of Greek yogurt in there too. And then I'll mix that all up and I'll have that. And then a few hours later, or a couple of hours later, just depends, I'll have like 2 whole eggs and probably the equivalent of 2 extra egg whites from a carton. And then I'll have like a half to 2/3 of a cup-ish of cottage cheese with that. So today I did all of that, plus then I made some more greens. I had some greens. I put a couple blueberries on it. I chopped up a few almonds, and I had a half an apple in the fridge, so I chopped some of that up and put it in, and I put the vinegar and the oil on it, the vinaigrette and the oil on it. So good. So I had that, and then that's what I've had today so far. What time is it right now?
Dinner, we'll
it's
have
like
a
4:30.
salad and
Yeah.
probably this.
I might have a small snack between now and dinner. It's about 4:30, so we've been eating pretty, like, way later than I like to, probably like 8:30-ish, 8:30. So I'll probably have a snack, and then I'm getting hungry talking about it. What would my snack be? Sometimes it's like a Greek yogurt with some PB Fit, like some kind of peanut butter powder, and some almond. Man, like, almonds are just such a staple in this house.
They really are. Call us
Almonds and blueberries.
Yeah.
And then, or sometimes I will have some kind of, like, a turkey burger I'll make, like, with some onion, pickle, the turkey. I'll put some ketchup and mustard on it, and I just make sure that my ketchup doesn't have a high fructose corn syrup, like it's a high quality type of ketchup. And some lettuce. And then for dinner, we'll choose some.
She likes her burgers on the grass.
Sometimes I do not feel like eating an animal protein at night. Sometimes I really don't. So, or I will have it before dinner. It's kind of like a funky order, but like I'll have it maybe an hour before dinner or something. Chicken breast or chicken thighs. I think chicken thighs are probably my most fun to eat.
Yes,
Or
I
the
agree.
salmon that I make, and which we should have, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a good idea this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so who's joining us for salmon? I'll have protein, and then when we do dinner and we make the salad, I'll just eat the salad. A couple nights, sometimes when we need a more efficient dinner, we have some frozen veggies that are frozen in the freezer. Imagine that. We have some veggies in the freezer that we will just take out. We'll put them in the pan. We'll steam them. Put a little bit of salt or pepper or whatever on that, with some kind of protein. So that is what we eat. It doesn't sound luxurious or fancy, but I'll tell you, even just, a year ago, I'll tell you on a Sunday, I'll be eating protein pancakes and
So good.
sugar-free syrup, and it just, then certain things I just decide that it doesn't serve me. Most of our carbs, I would say, come in the form of starchier vegetables and fruits. Sometimes, like, I have a loaf of Ezekiel bread in the freezer. When I got sick a little bit ago, I really was feeling like one of the things I felt like I had an appetite for, because you get kind of like picky when you're not feeling well, was bread. And I was like, well, like toast. So I got some Ezekiel bread. Sometimes we'll have, man, that's really,
Yeah. So
our standards have gotten wild.
Yeah. Look. If you're like inconsistent and you've been going the wrong way, chances are that your diet is like this. Like it's very much like, okay, I'm gonna eat like Erin Sarit for 1 week, and then I'm just gonna have pizza, brownies, whatever. Like, my recommendation for you is ask yourself, what is one thing that I can do that's better than, that will drive me towards that? Like, if you do this journey the right way, it should look something like this.
I'll tell you, like, even when, like, I still maintained a good shape when I was really not able to do that much working out at all because of my back. For about a year, like, I did not do very much working out at all. And I love pizza. Like, I could smash pizza still to this day. I love it.
I could smash pizza too.
But I know kind of like it's easy for me to go down a rabbit hole if I do something like that. So this is the importance of self-awareness, right? And so I would make my own pizza. So instead of getting, a Papa Murphy's or Little Caesars or like some pizza, I would just make my own. I'd be like, okay, go get the bread. By the way, the dough. That shit was like the hardest part of making a pizza. It's like getting a like quality dough, because it was some kind of whatever, whole wheat, something from Trader Joe's. And I was like trying to flatten it out, and it kept shrinking. And I was like, this is so annoying. I'm never making my own pizza again. But when you do that, you get to choose the quality of tomato sauce that goes on it. You get to choose the quality of, the veggies that you put on it, or whatever, if you put protein on it. If you put, I will use chicken on my pizza, which is not like usually a pizza topping. I'll use like chicken, and I'll use a barbecue sauce that is a better quality, lower sugar barbecue sauce than what, Pizza Hut will put on it. So at least
Cheese too. You're gonna get to choose what cheese you put.
the quality of the cheese that you put. Like, so sometimes it's about the quality just as much as it is about like the quantity. And, if you're at least eating a better version of something, your body processes it better. You don't feel as lethargic or fatigued, and you don't feel as bad mentally because, like, you also enjoy it more because you're like, man, I put effort into this. I made it. I did that. This is my creation. So, just thinking about like the things that you really like to eat. If you love to eat burritos from Chipotle, but they're like 1,000,000 calories because they're really like man-sized burritos, man-ritos, like make your own burritos. Get a better quality tortilla. La Tortilla Factory makes some bomb tortillas. Ezekiel makes some tortillas. You can get a better type of tortilla. You can put your beans in there. You can put your cheese in there. But you can choose the quality of all of these things rather than leaving the quality up to somebody else. So things like that are,
will go a long way.
Will go a very long way, especially if you're consistent at it. So it's not that you have to cut out everything that you think is fun.
Yeah.
We did not do that for years. And what is fun changes over time. So it's like, where ice cream used to be a certain level of fun for me, it's not that level of fun anymore.
And also between you and I also think that most people are still living their life in terms of food as an emotional thing. Like we've gone themselves to a point
100%.
To a point where like for us, like
it can still be emotional.
Function.
It can still be emotional. The other day.
Oh yeah, I actually had a slip up the other day.
You had a little fart.
Yeah, I did.
But here's the deal. You guys are gonna laugh when you hear about what Sarit's slip up was. She ate a cup of almonds.
Yeah, but you know what? Like when my body's not used to that amount, like I could feel more tired the next day.
But it's not.
And
just...
it could be a mental part as well, right? But why do I say this? Is because it's easy to say this is what Erin and Sarit eat, but like when we tell you this is what we eat, like it's not like, oh yeah, but then also 30% of our diet also looks like pizza and like brownie crisp. Like no, like this is it.
But I want to say too, like you slid away from the thing I was just talking about. Like this is an important concept to understand too. In your standards increasing as time goes on and things that are super fun, like you become a little bit more indifferent about. And when Sarit had a slip up, like the Sarit of like 5 years ago would have laughed if she'd been like, oh, my slip up is a cup of almond, like a literal cup of like a whole cup of almonds.
Yeah, like a slip up for me 5 years ago would be like a jar of peanut butter.
Right. So,
and 10 years ago would have been a jar of Nutella along with other things.
Right. So it really is an evolution. And my slip ups used to be peanut butter on bread with ice cream with cereal on top, with peanut butter pretzel bites, with a brownie. Like that's what my slip up would have been. Okay. And then later my slip up will be like, maybe I eat like a half a box of cereal, and then the slip up turns into a box of protein cereal. Magic Spoon, man, I really want them to sponsor us. If anybody has any connections with Magic Spoon, dude, that cereal, bomb.com. Anyways, then it just increases. But almonds or ice cream, the mentality is the same. You ate something unintentionally and mindlessly out of emotion, and you lacked control in that moment. That is the thing we usually feel bad about. Not literally just what we ate, but the reason why we ate it was because we lacked self-control. And that's what really gets to us. And so that's why you felt bad. It wasn't the almonds. It was why you ate the almonds. Mm-hmm. So it's important to just like recognize that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So there you have it. We hope that you found a lot of value in this conversation. And
I did.
Yeah, I did too. We're fully transparent. We'll always share with you, what we're doing, what we're up to, what we, believe is the right thing, what is true, what is not true, and anything else in between. And if you like this episode and you're not yet subscribed to us, make it a point to do so that you can be notified every time we drop a new one, which we do very often.
All you have to do is click the notification bell, I think on the top of this page. If you're listening to this on podcast, it means the world if you take 5 seconds out of your day to rate on a 1 to 5 star level and review this show, depending on how much value you get out of it. And at the end of the day, we're truly here to help you, to serve you, to teach you everything that we've learned along this journey, all the mistakes that we've made, help you to see the perspectives that we've gained, and hopefully take some time out of the equation for you if it's been a consistent struggle, so that you no longer have to keep experiencing that, at least to the same degree, and we can experience it less and less and less over time. So that's truly our heart and our mission, is to help women lose weight, gain confidence, and create a life that you're excited to wake up for. So
go be great and have a beautiful rest of your day. Until